हाँ सर। ॐ ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपीश गोपीकांता राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। सभी को धन्यवाद, सभी को प्रणाम। हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
मेरा भी सॉरी मैं म्यूट पे था। आपको पढ़ना मैं शेयर नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, आप शुरू करिए ना।
हाँ
तो
मैं
शेयरिंग नहीं हो रहा है।
ओके ओके। यथा प्रवृत्तिर्भूतानां येन सर्वमिदं ततं स्वकर्मणा तमभ्यर्च्य सिद्धिं विन्दति मानवाः। यतः from whom pravartitah emanation bhutanam of all living entities ena by whom sarvam all idam this tatam is pervaded swakarmana in his own duties tam him abhachya by worshipping siddhim perfection vindati achieves manamaha a man by worship of the Lord who is the source of all beings and who is all pervading. Man can in the performance of his own duty attain perfection. Purport. As stated in the 15th chapter, all living beings are fragmental parts of the parcels of the Supreme Lord. As such, the Supreme Lord is the beginning of all living entities. This is confirmed in the Vedanta Sutra, Janmadhyasya Yataha. The Supreme Lord is therefore the beginning of life of every living entity. And the Supreme Lord, by his two energies, his external energy and internal energy, is all pervading. Therefore, one should worship the Supreme Lord with his energies. Generally, the Vaishnava devotees worship the Supreme Lord with his internal energy. His internal energy is a perverted reflection of the internal energy. His external energy is a perverted reflection of the internal energy. The external energy is a background plenary portion as Paramatma is situated everywhere. He is the super soul of all demigods, all human beings, all animals, everywhere. One should therefore know that as part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, it is his duty to render service unto the Supreme. Everyone should be engaged in devotional service to the Lord in full Krishna consciousness that is recommended in this verse. Everyone should think that he is engaged in a particular type of occupation by Rishikesha, the master of the senses, and by the result of the work in which one is engaged, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, should be worshipped. If one thinks always in this way, in full Krishna consciousness, then by the grace of Lord, he becomes fully aware of everything. That is the perfection of life. The Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, Tesham Aham Samudharta, the Supreme Lord Himself takes charge of delivering such a devotee. That is the highest perfection of life. In whatever occupation one may be engaged, if he serves the Supreme Lord, he will achieve the highest perfection. सभी को धन्यवाद प्रणाम.
माता जी आपने
हाँ,
कौन सा श्लोका पढ़ा माता जी?
46 प्रभु जी.
अच्छा, हरे कृष्ण.
और एक बार श्लोका पढ़ो क्या प्रभु जी?
नहीं, ट्रांसलेशन वो अनुवाद पढ़ दीजिए, बस ट्रांसलेशन पढ़ लीजिए.
अनुवाद पढ़ो. By
ट्रांसलेशन
worship of the Lord, who is the source of all beings and who is all pervading, man can, in the performance of his own duty, attain perfection. Purport भी पढ़ना क्या प्रभु जी?
नहीं, बस. So thank you all for joining. So thank you all for joining this early morning Bhagavad Gita class. So today we are reading Bhagavad Gita chapter 18 and verse number 46. So prior to this verse, in the last 3-4 verses, the Supreme Lord has defined the guna and karma of the various social order which he himself have created. In the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that the 4 social order is created by him based on guna and karma. But significantly, he did not confirm what are the guna and karma based on which the 4 social order is created. As we are all aware, the 4 social orders are Kshatriya, Brahmana, Vaishya and Shudra. So Lord stated that all these 4 social order is created based on guna and karma. So that 4 guna and karma, that 4 social orders, guna and karma, Lord have just defined that what all qualities if one have can be called as a Brahmana, what all qualities one have can be called as a Kshatriya, and so on and so forth. So in today's verse, Lord is stating that all these social order and everything, the whole cosmic creation, is a combination of his internal and external energy. We have to understand that the whole, not only this cosmic, not only this Earth, or not only this planetary system, there are innumerable planetary system, and each of them is created by the Lord Himself. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, we understand that innumerable planetary systems are created from the pores of the Supreme Lord. I mean, ideally, if we all see, we also have pores in our body, and from the pores of our body, sweat is always coming. If we work hard, what will come? Sweat will come. But the significance of the Supreme Lord is that whenever he inhale a, so many cosmic creations are created, and whenever he exhale, the cosmic creation is diluted. So this is how the Lord creates this whole universe. The existence of Lord inhales and exhales. That the time, I mean, all of us we things, and the time of a human being and time of a demigod are altogether different. And in who have the highest age in this cosmic creation, Brahmaji. Brahmaji have the highest lifespan in all the cosmic creation. In Bhagavad Gita, fourth chapter, Lord gives a glimpse of it, and by human calculation, Prabhupada tried to calculate Sahasrigu Paryantam, something like that. So Prabhupada calculated, and mystics have calculated the age of Brahma, and it comes around some millions and trillions of years, human years. But that millions and trillions of human year is also fraction of second in overall time space. So all of us, all the jivas, from Brahma till a small ant, all of us are bounded by three modes of material nature. And since we are bounded by the three modes of material nature, hence all of us we have to suffer happiness and distress, birth, age, disease, and old age. So regardless of how much we try, we are getting older day by day. Regardless of how much ever protection we are taking, we are getting diseased somehow or the other. It's not that, all of us, so there are so many people who are trying very hard to remain fit, but this human body is designed in such a way that it will get some problem or the other. Nobody can stop that because this human body is defined as a yantra, as a machine, and machine is bound to get wear and tear. And the best example is our own self. Sometime, we try to uh, scroll through the gallery of our mobile phone, and sometimes we find photographs of ours which is 3 4 5 years old, and then when we start comparing, we find a huge lot of differences. Sometimes we think, oh, is it me only or not? 4 year back, and all of us have this uh, thought process that 4 year back I was very smart. 4 year back I was very cool looking, but now things have changed. So this changing of human body or the changing of time is the only constant in this world. Time is changing, we are changing, and the ultimate change which will happen in form of death. That is so sure. Nobody can by any means or by any hook or crook, nobody can avoid that. So we should focus, we should try and think, regardless of how much ever we are trying, why we are getting into the gallows of death. That is the most human intelligence question one should ask. The problem is this human society is designed in such a way that it will teach us to ask every other question but this question of death, because human education system, despite being incapable, always thinks that if one tries and one tries to remain healthy, one tries to maintain the bodily parameters, one can conquer death. That is a big misconception and mistake this human education system have, because we have to understand that all this modern education system have this misconception only because it defies the authority of Supreme Lord. It doesn't believes that there is someone who is controlling us. It believes that everything is science, everything is by chance, and nobody is a controller. When Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, when he was propagating this message of Krishna consciousness, he met through so many lot of scientists and intellects of various sections of society, and he had a lot of conversation. All his conversations are recorded, and we often found out we find out that during the conversation, most of these so-called scientists and intellects, they defy they defy the existence of God, and they to corroborate everything on chance, and because of that, so many people they have become atheist. They think there is no control. When I first went to Singapore, I have iterated this so many times. Then when I first went to Singapore, I got down from I, I came to the train station, and a train came and there was no driver in the front. I thought if the driver is not in front, maybe he will be back. I did not catch the train. I waited, and then the train passed away. The train passed, and I saw there is no driver at the back as well. I mean, it was amazing for me. How can train run without a driver, and that too with so much precision that it came, it stood exactly in the front of the gates, nor here nor there. I mean, I have the experience of traveling with local trains. You know, many of you who have been living in Mumbai would have traveled by local train. And local train, and if you go on the platform of local train, there are so many indicators that this is a ladies coach, this is a first class coach, this is a second class coach. this is the coach for disabled one, and you have to stand exactly there. And many a times, most of the times, what happens, the train is always, I mean, now things have changed, but previously you are standing near a first class coach, and then the coach will move in the front, then immediately people have to run. Oh, the coach is coming, the next coach, because the train have overshooted. And that was a days when you have to, I mean, regardless whether you're standing or not, you have to run. And same thing happens when the long route trains come. Um, Many a times, uh, the indicator will indicate that a coach B1, C1, or S1 will come at this location, and people are standing with their luggages and all because they know, okay, the train will come and they have to stand. But many a time, most of the time, they are also aware that regardless whether they are standing in front of the coach, they have to move here and there because the train will overshoot or the coach position will change. And then everybody have to take their luggage, take their children, and then they have to run itar and titar. So similarly, when I saw this train, I was amazed that it is running with so much precision. So I thought from where it is happening, how it's happening, that so much precision driverless train is running. So for a layman, it seems like a magic that things are happening without nobody interfering in the functioning, and immediately it was designed in such a way that people entered it, boarded the train, and then immediately the door also got shut. Then when I boarded the next train, I I took a survey of the train. I went inside from end to end. I couldn't find anyone. Then I asked. Then I got down on the one of the station, and then I asked. And then the railway officials over there, and they told that this is an automatic train, and it is maintained and monitored by a group of engineers who is sitting in one of the train stations. So they have one headquarter from where everything was monitored and everything was uh, everything was controlled. So for the layman, I mean for a layman like me, it's it seemed like that everything is being done without any interference. But when he further inquired, I was informed that no, the interference is there by external engineers who are sitting in particular location, and they were the one who are monitoring. So Prabhupada, so many times he explained to all of us during his conversation, lectures and all, that we can see so many things happening automatically, but that is not automatic. Some superhuman or some super intelligent person is there who's controlling everything. And because of that control, everything is being done on time. In Srimad Bhagavatam, during the conversation of Kapil Dev and Dehuti, Lord Kapil Dev says that everything functions properly because of his fear, that the sun comes on time on the horizon, the moon comes and provides coolness, there is rain. So many things are there which is happening naturally. So Lord says that it is because of his fear, because he is the controller. Everything is so precise. And yesterday we were discussing. I was with some devotees, and then we were discussing that how Lord is very intelligently controlling the whole cosmic creation and even this nature also. In Bhagavad Gita 3.27, Lord says, Prakriti Kriyamanani Gune Karmani Sarvasha Ahankar Vimuratma Karta Mitya. So everything is controlled by the nature, and nature is forcing everyone to act in a certain manner. Because of the nature itself, we are acting in a certain way. The There are so many 84 lakh species of life, and each species is acting in a particular, a set format, not digressing from that format. And everything is so much smoothly running. So I was discussing that how nature have balanced everything. Nobody can be uncontrolled. So we're discussing how the snakes, snakes are very poisonous, and many times they will bite and people will die. So snake has so much poison, but the snake fears the peacock. Peacock being such a beautiful bird, it eats snakes. And not even that, I was seeing one video where was there was some special species. I mean, ideally, we will all be frightful of getting into the mouth of a crocodile, but there was one special species, uh, special animal which deliberately goes into the mouth of the crocodile, and crocodile, despite having so much sharp teeth, it cannot eat it or it cannot harm it. And that's how the nature is. We see the big elephants. They are so much powerful that they can crush anything. But a small ant can control it, or a small ant can make make it uncomfortable. So that is the nature's way of controlling everything. And who's controlling the nature? The Supreme Lord. In Bhagavad Gita itself, Krishna declares, Maya dakshina prakriti suite se characharam hetuna neva kaunteya jagata parivartate. Then under my direction, my under my leadership, everything is running across the cosmic creation. So Lord is directing everything. And that Lord is stating that if somebody follows his prescribed duties, he can attain him. So, so the point is that attaining the Supreme Lord is not very difficult. If we are, if we are, if we have faith on the Lord, if we have faith on the Lord, we have faith on Krishna, and we simply follow our prescribed duties and understand our position, and accordingly we can perform the action, we can attain the Supreme. So as Lord describes in the previous slokas that Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. If somebody can be a Brahmana, if somebody is a Brahmana, have a Brahmanical quality, and he performs all his duty, performs all his action like a Brahmana, and he simply does do everything as offering to Krishna, he will get liberation. He will get mukti. He will go back home back to the Godhead. So if you're a grihastha and if you're a householder and you perform your household duties, take care of children nicely, take care of family, take care of relatives, do everything for the pleasure of the Lord. You don't have to get out of your household life. If you're purely devoted, if you're doing things for the Lord, there is no need for you to get out. You- There is no need for getting out anywhere. You can simply be where you are, and then you can simply be where you are, and you can achieve the success of life. Similarly, if somebody is a Kshatriya, so you have to follow the duty prescribed duties of a Kshatriya. So Lord, basically, sometime we think that Lord is trying to enforce things on me. No, Lord is very magnanimous. Even a small amount of service towards Him, Lord grants a lot of. He give so many things in return. Lord is never ungrateful. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, "Neha vikramo na asti pratyabhyo na vidyate swalpam asya api dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat." That even a small service for pleasure of Krishna, it it protects us from so many dangers. Even a small fraction of service. We all remember how Lord demonstrated that even no service is greater or smaller. Sometimes we being bounded by three modes of material nature, we tend to differentiate between various services that we will think, okay, this service is higher, this service is lower, something like that. Because most of the time we have this perception that people who are speaking, who are glorifying the Lord, are the more the are the ones who are specially chosen by the Lord, or somebody who's doing cleaning is not that very dear to the Lord. But this is a wrong conception. Any small service or any small service done in service of Krishna is always welcome. Lord wants it, and Lord is very happy. So while this, so when, as you all know, when this bridge was being built, when Ravana have kidnapped Mother Sita and Sita, and he could not be found, and then Lord Ram had pact with Sugriva to help each other. They did a friendship, and then Lord Ram helped Sugriva to attain his wife and his kingdom. Lord Ram went and killed Bali, and Sugriva was made the king of Kishkindha. And that was a rainy season's time. 4 months passed away. Lord Ram coronated Sugriva as the king of Kishkindha. And since it was a rainy season, Chaturmas season, Lord stayed back, and Sugriv became the king. And he told that once this Chaturmas passes, I will come back and we will all together we will search for Sita. But because of his nature and lack of awareness, he forgot 4 months passed and did not return. Then Lord Ram became very, very angry, and he sent Lakshmana to remind Sugriva about the pact they have did with Lord Ram to help Lord Ram to regain Sita. And then Lakshmana went to Kiskindha. He confronted Sugriva, and then Sugriva realized his mistake. And then he called all his monkey and bear, so many monkeys from across, and all of them came, and then he sent all of them in various directions. And the Hanuman and the team led by Angad, which Hanuman was there, they could find out where the Sita was. Hanuman came and then he informed that Sita is there in Lanka and sitting, is very morose and is sitting in Ashok Vatika. Then all of the monkey soldiers, everyone, they started to walk towards the ocean. And when they came on the ocean was very vast. They could not find the way. Lord Ram waited for 3 4 days, 3 days, but the god, but the Lord of Ocean, he did not give the path. Lord became very very angry. He told that I vow that I will make this whole ocean dry. And being fearful of the prowess of Lord Ram, this ocean god came and asked forgiveness, and he told that I will give the path. I will help you in a way that you create a bridge. A bridge was made with wood, not wood. It was made with stones. I mean, ideally, if you throw a stone in the water, it will never float. But such is the power of the name of holy name that all of the stones started floating. So if they have to build a bridge, they want sand as well. So all the monkey soldiers, they engaged in the service of creating a bridge in the ocean. Whatever the power, whatever capability they had, they started to do their work. And in between all this, there was a small squirrel which wanted which wanted to serve in his own way. The squirrel did not have power. The squirrel had the desire that he want to serve in service of Lord Ram. And what he did, he started to rub his back in whatever sand, and then slowly he would go and throw the sand. I mean, how much sand he can accumulate in his back? Fraction. And then she was doing his service, and then Hanuman confronted the squirrel. Hey, small squirrel, what you can do? Why you are troubling us? Why you are creating nuisance? We are not doing any service, but you're creating problem in the service because you are running hither and thither. And if you come under any of our foot, you will die. Get away from here. Lord Ram was standing there and he called Hanuman. He told, don't, don't confront the squirrel because your service and her service is same in front of my eyes. You are big, you're huge, you have so much power, and you're giving you 100%. Similarly, the squirrel, she is also giving us 100%. So there's no difference between your service and her service. It's all same in front of our eyes, in my eyes. Similarly, we have to understand that it's not about how much we give, it's about how much we hold back. It also depends upon how much desire we have. So sometimes we say, okay, somebody is there and he don't so much money. It was 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh. I mean, recently we were doing a Ramnami celebration in Ayodhya, and then we distributed 3,000 plates of meals. So on the face value, so many people helped us to achieve that goal, and it was not those, I mean, 4 5 lakh rupees, and somebody gave 1 lakh rupees, somebody 10,000 or 5,000, 2,000 or something like that. But if we compare the overall services, you'll find all of them gave their best. It's all about capability. How much capable you are, how much wealth you have, accordingly you will decide. And if somebody is giving a 10 rupees donation, that doesn't mean he's not worthy of the respect. He have given his heart out. Whatever he had, he have given. So we have to give the same respect to everyone. because that he have done based on his capability. If somebody is earning 100 rupees a day and if he's giving 10 rupees, that is a lot. That is 10% of his income. And somebody might be earning lakhs of rupees, and if he gives 1,000, 10,000 rupees, uh, that is that is what fraction of their. So it's not about how much we give; it's how much we hold back, and everything is so in front of the Lord. Our services is not defined in numbers. Services is defined based on our desires. Yesterday, I was collecting flowers from one of the neighbors, and he had a lot of rose flowers. So I went, I plucked some tulsi leaves, and then uh, I took only one rose flower. And then he was trying to test me. And then he told me, "Why don't you take Prabhuji all those flowers?" I said, "If I take all the flowers, what others will do? Because so many people will come to take flowers at this place." Then I said, we should we should not all accumulate everything for our own. We should let other also get something. That's what sharing is caring. Then he was telling Prabhuji, I knew that you will not take more than one because you will care for others as well. And he started to narrate how other people will come and they will try to take each and every single flower which is there in that plant. The logic is the more I put flower on the Lord, the more attracted he will become, or the more faster he will grant our wishes. That is now it is. That is now how it is. It all depends upon. It's not how much. It depends upon what is your bhava, how much surrendered, how much surrendered you are. So that is what defines the bhava. Is all in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, "Patram pushpam phalam toyam." Yome bhakti prakshati tadam bhakti uparitam ashnami prayatmana. That leaf, flower, water is what I want, but with pure devotion. With devotion. If you don't have devotion and you do abhishek with gold, Lord will not get pleased because Lord is not after this material world. Lord is after your devotion. If you don't have devotion, doing all these activities is simply ritual. And that's why, if you see in Mahabharata, Lord was invited for a huge feast by Duryodhana, hmm, where thousands of varieties of meals were kept. So much things were there. But Lord simply rejected it because that invitation was based on ego. That invitation was based on pride. Duryodhana thought that with this so much opulence, I will, after seeing so much opulence and eating so many things, Lord will get obliged and I can control him. But Lord rejected. Lord is not after all these material things. Instead, he went to the place of Duryodhana, Vidura, and there he partook vegetable made of leaves. And if you compare so many varieties and then simply chapati with leafy vegetable, no comparison. But why Lord took that decision is because Vidura's wife and Vidura were devotees of Lord, and they offered these things with love and devotion. And this is love and devotion is what the key words for all of us. Lord can be controlled. Lord, Supreme Lord can be controlled with only love and devotion. And to develop and cultivate that love and devotion, we should perform devotional service. And the prescribed devotional service for this age of Kali Yuga is chanting of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. We have to simply chant the holy name, and then with love and devotion, by chanting the holy name, we can achieve which is unachievable. We can control the Supreme Lord who is controlling everything just by virtue of performing devotional service in form of chanting the holy name, which is Yug Dharma of Kali Yuga. Hare Krishna. Anybody have any question? We can take, otherwise
Hare
we can.
Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, one can become, means after analyzing his competency or inner nature, one can become Brahmana or Kshatriya by his choice, no, Prabhuji?
Yes, yes, yes. If we can cultivate a particular guna, he can
Hmm.
become a Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya, and Shudra.
By introspection himself,
Yes, yes,
what he can choose. He can choose and he can become, isn't it, Prabhuji?
yes, 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 Mataji.
Prabhuji, another one thing regarding this Vali, this one, it is always told that this means it is always told means I don't know properly, but I heard like that Rama didn't face him face to face, but by hiding he killed him. Why it is so?
Why? Because Lord Ram, I mean, see, everything is Lord's own property. Lord Ram was a king, and Vali was an animal. He was not a human being. Okay. And the Kshatriya, they do go for,
Mm,
uh, this kind of activities wherein they will kill the animals. So, so that is the case. I mean, how else the Lord would have killed an animal? By hiding itself, na? Being a
mm,
Kshatriya. Second thing is that,
mm,
uh, even though Vali was talking about dharma, he was following adharmic principles. He was having a relationship, forceful relationship with his brother's wife, and that was immoral in any sense. So it was immoral activity, and then
It is
Lord,
not properly audible, Prabhuji. Lot of disturbance is there.
yeah, maybe my network is weak, Mataji.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was, we have to understand that Lord was the king, and these were animals, and the laws of human, when we fight with human, the laws are different, and when you fight with animals, the laws are the different. So that is how it can be understood, Mataji.
Mm,
So despite doing everything, Bhavali was a Vanara, and
mm,
he was, and that's how it is, because the Kshatriyas, they have this, Ram being the king, the Kshatriyas go for hunting, and he
mm,
hunted the animal. That is how it can be seen. Yeah.
mm.
Okay.
Okay. धन्यवाद प्रभु
We can do japa, Mataji.
जी। लोहे प्रभु जी आप स्टार्ट करेंगे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, 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 Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare 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 Rama Hरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा। सभी को धन्यवाद, सभी को प्रणाम, हरे कृष्णा।
धन्यवाद माता जी। हरे कृष्ण। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य जन्म श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, 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 Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare 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 Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. सभी को मेरा नाम, सभी को मेरा प्रणाम, सभी का दिन शुभ। धन्यवाद आप सभी लोगों कंक्लूड करेंगे माता जी?
प्रभु जी कंक्लूड करेंगे, प्रभु जी करेंगे ना कंक्लूड? प्रभु जी,
प्रभु जी बिजी दिखते हैं, आप कर दीजिए।
श्री भगवत गीता यथारूप की जय। श्री भगवत गीता यथारूप की जय। जगत गुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री गुरुदेव की जय। ओम तत्सत। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा। सब राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा। सभी को धन्यवाद,
हरे
सभी को प्रणाम।